All right, Coach. EA Sports. Matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Houston Oilers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Alex Collins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they're controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. Breeze now on first down. And it's complete. It's Alex Collins. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be second down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Breeze to throw on second down. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Dancing away at the 30. Man open left side. It's Williams. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Fighting to stay upright. That is incomplete.
Well, that wasn't a completion, but it wasn't a sack either. So the good takeaway, able to extend the life of the play. Normally, you would think he'd just take off and run downfield, but he was trying to find an open receiver, unable to do so.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Back to throw. And his pass incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Yeah, he is out of bounds inside the 35. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And now running right through it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Forced out to his left. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more. When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Smith catches left side. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. And now out comes Houston. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. On second down, McCaffrey. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. Demario Davis there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll set up to throw. Got a man, it's complete. Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin in our drive.
All right, here we go. 319. 319.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you got to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Back to throw now on second and 10. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a first and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They're going to look to throw. Buying time to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Tyler Jamison. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on second and 16 after the sack.
Gone!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Detroit!
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Tyler Jamison in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. And Gano's kick is right through. And it's 3-0 here in the second quarter. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
The drive starts with a run by Collins. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On second down, here's Breeze. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Here we go.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Breeze now. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
95-56, 95-56.
Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Collins. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Give him 9 there. They still need 6 more now on 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. That's caught by Meredith right side. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And now out comes Houston. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Detroit!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. A nice Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. They run with Collins. And he takes it across midfield to the 45. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Throwing now is Breeze. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Joey Bosa. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And now out comes Houston. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on second and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's got a man. It's Williams. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw again. It fights him off. Eluding the pressure right. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So we've hit. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now out comes Houston. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Looking to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face a third down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they show to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 22 and a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now a play fake here on first down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
A play-action fake, they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at about the 32. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Oh, look at that. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a give to Collins. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The Saints on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6.
Got it. One day. Good out. You're good. High 4, right.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
And now out comes Houston. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. And quickly, they get to the line.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, look at 56.
They'll look to throw. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans' 10. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards.
Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Trey Hendrickson getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? He'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13.
21. Ready. 90. Under.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And this is going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And now out comes Houston. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're...
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
You got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Here we go. Easy. On 4. On 8. Reset.
Now we'll carry from back. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
And that's another stop for the defense, something we've seen all game long. They have been on fire today. No matter what's called by the offense, they've had an answer for it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Hey, yellow lady. Whoa. Hey, 2. Reset.
And the blitz does come. That's complete to Meredith. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards there and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Breeze now on 1st down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Smith catches left side. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. On third down, this is Collins. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Brandon, that play typifies what we've seen from the offense all day long. They've had no success getting things going. I think for the offensive coordinator, he's got to go to that side of the play sheet that says, try something different. Try some specials, something they haven't seen all day to try and get this offense kick-started.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And now out comes Houston. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Right there. All day, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Gone! Detroit!
That one looks like he'll throw here. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. They'll drop the throw. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. And the Saints signal for another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll set up to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. Yeah, nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Smart play to get rid of it there, but now it's 4th down. Your margin for error pretty much out the window.
That means you have to come up with a big-time throw here and a completion in order to keep this 2-minute drive going.
Now Breeze got to have this one. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. This defense so strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Back to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. The Saints on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to make the sack on what will be the final act in this ball game.